In this increasingly complex and global world, it's becoming harder and harder to differentiate our value as HR in terms of driving talent management, performance management, and employee engagement. In other words, succession management in the leadership pipeline is becoming tougher to fill.
How do you deal with the demographic changes, and how do you deal with the different perspectives on managing all this diverse workforce that we are going to have in a couple of years of 3 to 4 different generations working at the same time in the company.
The younger generations are much better at technology. They like to work on an individual basis, whilst the older generations are much better at the teamwork and the interpersonal skills. Now, I think the key moving forward is to have these generations value each other's positive sides and then work together better.
Beyond budgeting, the purpose is not to get rid of budgets. Purpose is to make our organizations more agile and more human. And in order to do that, you need to change traditional management. And in order to change traditional management, you need to get rid of the budgets and the budgeting mindset. Beyond budgeting is it's actually a very coherent, consistent management model that addresses both leadership and management processes and closes these gaps.
Our world is absolutely changing within payments, and we have to work towards making sure that we are able to adapt to that.
And I think very important for leaders in periods of rapid change to realize you have to check in more with your people. You have to interact more with your people. One thing I suggest is people start measuring on a daily basis. Just by asking people on a regular basis active questions, challenging them to measure their own performance, we find engagement tends to go up.
The way in which we've managed our organization in the past will not be the way in which we manage our organization in the future, and many of these global trends dictate that.
We are at the heart of a company because we are the architects of the culture, of the values, of the norms, and the practices we create touch every employee 3 or 4 times a month. Pay, training, communication. If we can build those practices to drive change, we will help companies be successful. An HR person can't just know the business. We've said that for 20 years. Today, you've got to go beyond that. You have to be able to position your company for the future.
An event like Human Asset is a great opportunity to have a chance to get out of the daily work, get out of the daily pressure, and open your mind and open your eyes and then ears also to understand a little bit what's going on in the world.
I'm talking to all the participants and networking and relationship building and hearing what's happening in all these various companies.
It's an opportunity to meet people that you don't get to meet in the regular day-to-day hurly-burly of your work. Coming away and meeting people that are talking about things that are fascinating and different, and you're learning things that other companies are doing.
To get new ideas, to get benchmarks, to have a chance to leave space for creativity to grow up on you and learn with colleagues and network about what they are doing, what are the challenges they are facing, and what are the solutions that they have found.
I would say is great about this HR Summit and differentiates it is that it leaves you with practical tools, practical frameworks that you can take and go implement back in your organization.
It's always great. First of all, from a point of view of networking, and secondly, from a point of view of the speakers who are there. I think they're high caliber, they have excellent presentations, and they're really able to engage everybody in the group or in the people that are sitting there. So really, really good event and always well organized.
When I go to conferences like this great summit that Stanford Global is presenting, The discussions are not about the administrative tools of HR. They're increasingly about HR as a contributor to business value.